Money Talks is sponsored by Astound Broadband, powered by Grande.
Well, if you weren't born independently wealthy, show of hands, you will go through a few different life stages when it comes to financial planning. So what are those stages? Well, I'm glad that you asked. The financial planning life stages are the focus of an all-new Money Talks.
When you are just starting out in your career, keep it simple. Set a budget and save a little, as that will pay big dividends for your future.
The first few years out of college, you should focus on developing good financial habits. You want to live below your means, follow a budget. You want to save a cash reserve for emergencies so you can avoid building up consumer debt, and then start making some investments for your future.
The second stage you will be in for quite a while. In fact, most of your working career.
The next stage,
guys
the
hearing on it?
accumulation years, that involves saving for retirement and your other financial goals like college
My auntie
education
was
for
doing
your
that.
children, or maybe bigger vacations. Obviously, that process starts slowly, but then it'll build up as you reach your peak earning years, and hopefully the children leave home and get off the payroll, as I like to say. In addition to focusing on how much you save for those goals, you want to focus on where to save. Take advantage of tax-deferred accounts like 401ks, 403bs, or Roth IRAs, those types of accounts.
Shortly before retirement is when the fun begins. If you have been saving, time to really fine-tune that plan.
During the 5 to 10 years before retirement, you really want to tighten up your financial plan, make sure you're saving the right place, make sure you're saving the right amount of money to get to your retirement goal. And you also want to make sure you have a clear plan to switch from accumulating your assets to living off of them in retirement, because that is a difficult switch for a lot of people to make.
Ah, yes. And then there's retirement, where you want to live as long as you can to keep collecting from the government. But there is something to keep in mind.
The biggest mistake people make in retirement is underestimating how long they have left to live. A lot of people think, yay, I've made it. I can get out of stocks, get into bonds and CDs. But you really have to keep in mind you could face 20, 30 plus years of inflation, rising costs. So make sure your financial plan has a way to keep up with and outpace inflation over time, so you don't have to find yourself cutting back on spending later on in life.
In a recent survey, according to Money Watch, only about 10% of Americans between the ages of 62 and 70 are both retired and financially stable. So it's a tricky thing to accomplish for sure. Tell you what else.